So we just wanted to take a minute to kind of go over the pieces. What is a right of entry? Why is one needed? And what happens after you submit it? Essentially, at this point in the project, the right of entry is permitting access for very specific project activities, namely being the treatment design. We can have the environmental consultants go out and do the botanical, wildlife, and cultural surveys. That gives us all the pieces we need to meet our environmental compliance piece with CEQA. We're hoping to wrap that up in August, and as soon as that's done and has been signed off by the respective agencies, we are ready to move forward with treatment, provided conditions permit, because we will likely be in about September. Activities, once those are complete, that right of entry no longer applies. And when we move to the signing off on the actual treatment itself and signing off on having a treatment vendor come and do that treatment, that's a separate process. So that's kind of what it is, and that basically it grants access to the Office of Emergency Services, the staff of Mason, Bruce, and Girard, who are the registered professional foresters, and then the staff of DUDEC, who are doing the environmental consulting piece. Why is the right of entry needed? Because as Robert mentioned, we can't go on private property without your permission. The success of this project in terms of our ability to plan for it and ultimately to implement it is contingent on your willingness to participate. And that's your choice as a private landowner. We sincerely hope that you will participate because, as Dario mentioned, when we have people participate and we've got kind of that contiguous or continuous treatment, the benefit is much more significant. So what happens after the right of entry is submitted? You're going to fill out that right of entry, you're going to submit it. They're going to go to Mason, Bruce, and Girard, although folks are welcome to drop them off at Office of Emergency Services, and folks have already been doing that. We are looking to potentially put up on our project page a right of entry that you could download and then fill out and mail in or drop off. You do have to actually do a physical copy so that we can make sure that you actually are the person that is associated with that property, that you're signing it as someone who has the power to do so. And then it's a green light for the registered professional foresters to go on your property, start designing that treatment, and the environmental consultants to start doing the surveys that are necessary. If you've gotten a right of entry, or if you want to take a look at one, we do have some here tonight, you'll notice that there's a number of places on there for you to provide additional information that will support you as a landowner in providing access to your property in a way that you feel comfortable. So if you want to be there when folks come out, great. There's a place for you to denote that. If you have animals that you need advance notification because maybe you've got livestock, or maybe your dog's like my dog and he's not the friendliest guy on the block. Like, you want to denote that so that we can make sure to facilitate a comfortable, safe experience, please do. So there's places for you to fill out that information on the right of entry, and that just supports you in having a good experience when folks are coming on your property to look at it and do these design features, and to support our teams to make sure that they're safe. We want to make sure that you know how to stay updated on this project. So on Ready Nevada County, we have a project page for Woodpecker Ravine. Right now we have information up there about saving the date for the town hall tonight, but right below that is that interactive project map. If you picked up one of the project fact sheets that are available, that will also be put up on this project page. If you haven't gotten one, I encourage you to grab one. It's got kind of details on the who, what, when, where, why of this project, what to expect, kind of all of those pieces. And then the final thing I wanted to draw your attention to is we do have a passive activity over here. If you've had your questions answered and you want to quietly partake in this activity while we're doing Q&A, this is really so that we can get a sense of the types of risk reduction methods you think are important for your community. And then what types of vegetation management techniques do you think are appropriate? And so this helps us kind of get a sense of what you feel like might be appropriate in your community. And so then we can be mindful of your wishes when we're starting to look at developing the treatment design, or perhaps making sure that you understand what these different treatment types look like. So now we just want to open it up to questions.